That's a filthy angle.
That is a disgusting angle.
Ooh, no.
You hear Sugar Free. You already hear him stomping around, or Genji. I don't know, or it's just Sugar Free. But Zero's there to maybe keep him down.
Yo, NASA boy, pre-rounds and 4 months. How you doing?
Posted up.
A kipper is a herring that has been split open, gutted, salted, and then cold smoked. The process cures and dries the fish while giving it a smoky flavor. Is it delicious?
Seeker just unable to find a headshot at all at this current moment in time. Is trying to define. They claim the point first. This Widowmaker combo, if you find a pick, it's go button. But the problem is if you don't, I mean, Sugar Free's just putting out way more damage than you.
Good spacing from Infected. Like, he had his armor popped and still managed to maintain a position.
Come on, I want to see a good game here. I want to see a good game. Come on, Nightmare.
And Nightmare can now re-engage while Sugar
I'm voting for Nightmare because they're the underdog here. Come on, Nightmare.
Being able to brawl against Infected, but despite that merit, Vega still very threatening. Now the orbital ray first from Nightmare.
He had one shot at taking down that Tracer. That headshot went a little bit wide, but Merit is actually going to go down as Nightmare end up pushing on with their Juno ult.
Damn, this Tracer is pushing that Tracer. The Widow's pushing the Tracer. I've never seen that. Usually the Tracer's pushing the Widow.
Yeah, Terra Surge from Nightmare just to get the ball rolling. This is two teams who have tempoed so well against each other. Secret misses the grapple. Oh, okay, that was a little scary. Still getting harassed. And
there you go, Sugar Free does take down Seeker, but Merit is also going to fall. The Terror Surges are going to be on top of those Juno ults, those orbital rays, making Infected pay for pushing up that far. As Nightmare, they are losing the point currently as RuPaul and someone just kind of run over.
Damn, bro. Good fight, though. Good fight. It's a close game so far.
Just so free to use the space they're normally confined to. You know, those pillars, the small rooms. And now Seeker, yeah.
Is it acquired taste for sure?
Wants to front load the damage some more.
And when I say high tempo for Toronto Defiant, that means taking early fights, taking very quick fights. Speed ring execution. They're just such an aggressive team. And I think Nightmare know exactly what they're up against. They've been able to tempo against them. That's how they're able to 2-0 them on a map like Control in their previous encounter. Now Nightmare have 0 with Blade, but you need people to get low enough, and using that Terra Surge, that's not going to be an option.
Recall coming in for Sugar Free. Almost at the perfect point as well. Blade has been popped by Zera. Just used that orbital ray to get a lot of damage in, but a lot of that was actually being soaked up by that spear.
Oh, you couldn't get that slice in.
Tickling the damage on the Cassidy. But it is someone to fall first. We'll see if Toronto Defiant can turn this one around. With RuPaul dead, seems very unlikely. Still though, Toronto with 80% in building, they're still managing to stall this one out. Is Sugar Free throughout the pulse bomb, and he's staggering the point somewhat.
Nice, come on, Nightmare, come on. You guys can't lose a fight. If you guys lose a fight, that's no bueno.
They do get the cap in the end.
No bueno. See, look at that, chat.
Yeah, for Zero to go for that Blade, I was really worried because all of Toronto Defiant were very, very healthy. But like you said,
cultured.
the orbital raid, the extra damage, take down someone. This is the pillar to Toronto Defiant. If you kill someone, that team falls apart. They still tried to flip a 4v5, but it's really tough to go up against an Orisa when you don't have one of your own. But you have your own orbital raid now, this time from Vega. But you got to be close enough to Nightmare.
It's going to be so hard. They're going to use this high noon to try and get them to disengage. The Terror Surge comes in. Oh,
wait, huh? How did he not get that kill? Good shit, though. Oh, I don't think you needed to pop Rally. You don't need Rally. You killed 3. You killed 3, Admiral. You didn't need Rally.
Now the pendulum swinging in Nightmare's favor, surviving that orbital ray push from Toronto to find.
They could have had Rally for the last fight, bro.
They could mix it with the Blade.
Yeah, that was huge. The Rally and the Terra Surge just to punish Toronto, following up with their own orbital ray.
CJ needs to get his ult quick, and CJ and Zera need to pop off.
Guess what? Terra Surge from someone. This is not a tank you want to mess with. But the Orisa, this is a more even matchup. He may be just the best Winston on Earth, but man, Orisa, this could be anyone's game.
It's a miracle right now if you win this, if you're Toronto.
Oh!
The triple shuriken.
Oh my! They got it. They took the first round.
Oh, that's over.
They took the first round. Oh my!
From that one. Rubbing salt in the wounds there. Seeker taking out Sugar Free in the sky.
Dude, that is insane.
First round.
Yeah, just so much damage from Nightmare.
Is this the final? Yes, this is grand finals of NA.
Early, so you don't get as much damage from it, and Toronto couldn't suppress Nightmare.
That was a huge deflect, bro.
Very good aggression from Nightmare to take the first round, and despite revisiting Ilios, despite Toronto maybe feeling so confident in the mirror, they fall exactly to that. But a lot of respect from both sides. We're going to go to, well, we're expecting the double flanker. Great deflect. Zero pulls out the blade, knowing the break is executable. You get the dash reset, and he just doesn't stop finding the Genji in the air too. So expect now the Tracer Sombra from Nightmare with the Lucio Kiri. They are so fast with this comp.
This is exactly what Kusoras was saying, especially with swapping up comps here. This might be a bit of a problem for Nightmare. Not running the true meta comp, right? The Orisa, the Juno, etc. Hard dive for Nightmare, and Seeker on the Sombra. Didn't fall in the well this time. All good. He VOD reviewed that one. Got the path in
Different
right.
look out of Toronto too. Sugar Free is not on the Tracer. Last time it was the Sugar Free Tracer and Merit on Ashe. So Toronto switching things up.
Good engage. Oh, Seeker with a very short Translocator. Might not even matter, to be fair. Admiral Vega trades, Seeker super low, Translocates back to his Kiriko. Nightmare in control of the point as well. These dives can be very deadly if Seeker gets
Dude, I'm just glad that
even better if he lands
yo, Nightmare has come a long way. They're doing really good, and they're good, man. I've met everyone on Nightmare because they came to Miami to boot camp. I met them all. Yeah, I'm rooting for Nightmare, chat, just because I've also met everyone on Toronto Defiant, but Nightmare came to my city. I'm rooting for Nightmare.
Is enough to heal him up.
Sugar Free's a pretty good echo, and this is going to allow him to have more escapability compared to the Tracer Ashe setup that Toronto had last time. But
I'm not Jinx 3. It's Voger, Pre-Master Prime Sub, my friend.
You're still a very shootable target. You do not want to be close to a Sombra Tracer.
All right, well, they're going to go for this anyway, despite Merit being dead before the fight even begins. Nano boost on the Echo.
Nice.
I mean, that fight's over. See you later, RuPaul. Taking a quick ice bath there off of the map.
Infected is so good, dude.
And Toronto's primary Tracer is Sugar Free. He's one of the best.
I love Infected, bro.
America.
Also, his mom is really supported, and a supportive parent is so fucking nice.
But you may see the edge go to zero.
The mom, I don't know if you guys know, but the mom really, Infected's mom really wanted to meet me because I was like
relentlessness
always cheering for Infected. His mom is so sweet.
And now Seeker can.
Going on to the Lucio, Sugar Free, a bit of additional healing.
Now I just reconnected.
Doesn't end up getting a sound barrier, but he's done enough damage, I think. Toronto
it went down.
Capping as well this whole time, so they have no fear of OT running out and the map being over as they find a team kill.
Wait, do you guys need a refresh or no?
Maze back there. I'm not surprised you sometimes can't connect on that EMP. Just any kind of block of LOS will stop.
You guys don't need a refresh? Yeah, I don't know why. Sorry about that.
From Nightmare, but just couldn't find those targets in time.
I guess I can't say.
Nightmare couldn't lock down a good target. So that's the comp change that Toronto needed to escape from that. Very speedy.
I'm glad I didn't have to lose, like, disconnect my stream or lose any viewership. I probably did lose viewership. I don't know.
Sarah and Seeker there looking to collapse on Merit with a manual hack. Didn't end up happening. Pulse bomb available. Oh, stick on the brick shield. What perfect reactions there from Vega. One ult down. Nano boost comes in. Seeker. No Translocator available. Now someone could just run amok in the back line. Maybe even Infected falls too. He's pretty low. Same with Zera. Zera just ends up throwing himself on the map, thinking that he just needs to get a quick reset.
Oh, wait. How did he die?
That was all on Vega, that fight. If you died to Pulse Bomb there, the round's pretty much over, I would have thought.
To lose the previous fight when you had Barrier, Kitsune Rush, EMP, that might be just the map killer for Nightmare.
Was he resetting? I didn't see.
It's gonna be up to
I'm still lost. I'm still on the disconnect brain.
Up for Nightmare and Infected be aggro with the Primal, but he's taking the initiative.
CJ still got the Swift Step. Swift Step's instantly there to Infected. Doesn't want to get booped off the map.
Bruh talking like he cares about viewership. I love my viewership, my viewers and my viewership. Yeah.
And it doesn't look like they're going to find one because Sugar Free is in their spawn.
What? Why is he you two being why you two being weird, bro?
He's not going to force it. It's actually Nightmare just slinging themselves forward. A stick onto Infected. There's a whole lot of damage in that small room, but look at how healthy he is. Just standing in that rush the entire time. And
shit.
just overwhelmed Toronto Defiant, and Vegas not even able to get that rally off. A pulse-on connection onto someone. He tries to trigger OT, but Nightmare, just like yesterday,
Nightmare
2-0 on Ilios to start the series
Good
off.
shit, Nightmare. Good shit.
I like this comp. Is there a Tracer? Okay, sticking with that one.
Hey, that's no
Zen
fair.
versus Zen.
You can't be
so
a team from Toronto Defiant and take the other team to Toronto. That's unfair. That's home court advantage. You can't do that.
Aggressive backline. But they are against the ball and the Widowmaker, so the Zen's life.
I just got more water and I didn't bring my water.
That can happen right there. Seeker can just blow your brains out, and that is exactly what's just happened. A little bit annoying now, and much easier for the Wrecking Ball too at this point.
Wow, yeah, Seeker's just front and center at the top of this. Not the easiest position to access, but both Merit on the Ashe and Seeker are going to want to have a slower playstyle. They're not as mobile, and
yeah, you guys don't understand, but like you guys are being like, Jay3, what are you talking about? But if Toronto Defiant plays on their home court, that means they get plus 35% to their aim, and plus 15% to mechanics, and plus 45% to better teammates. It's unfair.
Seekers are almost up to sights. Merit on the Sombra, spots the Widow, sees her grappling away. Maybe going for a manual hack on Zera. It does get it. Virus misses. Orb of Harmony, though, luckily applied pretty early, and a good whip shot from Abril. Merit not quite throwing that Translocator far enough to escape. A Seeker now on a rather nasty angle to deal with if you're Toronto Defiant, especially with sights up. RuPaul's dead. Toronto Defiant just getting run over right now by Nightmare.
Uh-oh. Someone is sticking around too, and okay, he's got his Tracer there.
Toronto Defiant losing on
Nightmare could go for stagger kills to extend
New Queen Street.
Merit, I wouldn't say Sombra is in his top 3 best heroes. You know, missing that Translocator is going to hurt the tempo of Toronto. He's already back though, and it's an Orbital Ray from Vega that's available. Gets the Transcendence of CJ to help stabilize.
No!
Cancelled.
That Orbital got cancelled. Oh my god.
Oh, that is absolutely tragic. I've seen enough.
Dude, Toronto Defiant, everything that's going wrong is going wrong, bro.
RuPaul, Vega, they're going to change up
Sir Boy,
pre-match
for 10 months. Tigress for 15 months, appreciate it. Chuka, Nippy, pre-match for 16 months.
Single need to have the checkpoint, and then some now.
And this is Toronto's pick, so I'm hoping Plan B and Plan C we're playing in advance, but man, Zera's out of control.
I mean, the backline, they do end up trading, but look at the ults from Nightmare here. They can push on with the rally. If there's a hard engage here from Toronto Defiant, they might just want to pop it, although with Seeker dead, maybe not. Yeah, Admiral goes down. Yeah, smart to not use that ultimate there. You don't want to go for any sort of hero play. All right, some semblance of control now from Toronto Defiant. Merit's got EMP, Seeker switches off of the Widowmaker, so no fear of the super long-range hit scan anymore, any of those one-shots. See if they can claw this one back.
And at least the DPS from Toronto are starting to understand. They're not starting to understand, but they really accomplished their roles in that last fight. Merit assassinating Seeker. Now he's off the Widow. He doesn't want to deal with that. Sugar-free pulses of support. That's what you need to see out of Toronto. Now, the execution of EMP, this is a pretty open area, depending on if Nightmares don't play.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Why does this say NA main event lower bracket grand final? This isn't the lower bracket grand final.
Flashing towards Infected. Get down, Mr. President. Oh, okay. EMP's AoE, right.
NA.
Nice stuff there from Vega too.
NA hosting, chat. NA hosting.
The kill box killing him eventually. All right, okay. Here we go. Toronto Defiant. One big ultimate use. They've got 4 coming up for this next fight, and it's going to be the checkpoint fight as well on top of that.
The Diva from someone also allows you to have a bit more chaseability, if that's even a word, to maybe run after Infected. If he misses any grapple, if he's awkward, you need to pounce on Infected as soon as possible, and he pounces in with, of course, some mines.
Yeah, some mines laid on the point. Very high usage of the mines too, so no one caught off immediately. Rally comes in from Admiral, a shield bash into the front line, but a pulse bomb is going to get dropped on the floor. A nano boost onto someone, a fearsome foe at the best of times, and with the nano boost,
dang, Infected's clean.
A whole 100 players against him, to be honest with you. Admiral does end up falling. Zero with the pulse bomb, ends up trying to ego pulse Sugar3 and ends up missing it completely. Infected is super low with someone on the point holding down the fort for now. With only 3 meters to go, this checkpoint
what was that?
is right around the corner for Toronto Defiance. Now Nightmare with this comp swap they're dealing with. I don't really know how to play around it by the looks of it. They're just getting pushed all the way back. A true pendulum swing of a map once again.
Yeah, Toronto did lose some people, so it's okay to get the forward spawn and just recollect yourselves. In fact, it's done a really good job on the Hammond, getting a pile drive target almost every single time and catching a tracer, forcing out a recall, a blink. Merritt's now off the summer because he's just been such a glass cannon. He wants something a bit more stable, even a hinder grenade to stop the Hammond, because Infected's just been such a nuisance. Look at this again.
More orbital ray coming in. Heals needs to get applied to Merritt ASAP. He's out of the window and out of harm's way for the time being. Someone does end up using that self-destruct to try and remake, but gets shield bashed by Admiral.
A close game though.
A lot of damage that shield bashed in there.
And there's still 4 minutes left.
Eventually it killed. A couple of meters were gained as well by Sugar3, but that was about it. Looks like they're going to retreat.
Still a lead for Nightmare with 4 minutes. You got Mines too to just hold space even longer, but could you actually get it in the middle of the fight? In fact, it was a bit early last time, just kept Toronto trapped in rooms. But then, of course, you have a nano from RuPaul. Sugar3, the Tracer's in a prime position. It's not a bad call to give it to Sugar3 either.
Good reposition there from Toronto Defiant. In fact, he was trying to get the Mines kill on Merritt, but the entirety of Toronto ended up moving through the big mega health pack route. He's going to try the same thing again by the looks of it. High noon spot.
Someone needs nano.
On high ground. Ooh. Another over-eager post-bomb by Zera there. As their nano boost is applied, and it's applied to someone once more. Bot moving in Toronto Defiant's favor right now is Nightmare, hugging coast. Not exactly where they want to be very honest with you. Same with Infected, a good sleep and a bash as well. There's no way Nightmare survived this one.
Oh, he rolled though.
Easy follow-up.
Damn.
These stagger kills could be quite deadly here, Lemon, because look at where the body's currently. Toronto Defiant.
He jumped off the map regardless. Oh, this is actually, yeah, this is bad. This is bad for Nightmare, guys.
This is going to get Toronto Defiant the lead here in a second, and Nightmare going to swap to the Orisa. And Nightmare got so many targets.
If McCree, it's Cassidy now. If Cassidy rolls, he drops a pulse. No, if you roll when you're pulse bomb, you just have like a damage reduction and you survive if you're full health. Also, this is bad for Nightmare. Nightmare is staggering themselves, man.
They can potentially win here with just that single ultimate, but Toronto Defiant, they're standing tall. They have this high ground advantage. They're playing so far back.
That's so bad. They just staggered for so much. They gave 40 meters.
Bazera is just getting kind of rolled by Sugar3 on the left-hand side, and no way he's going for this. Someone just lobs the self-destruct in, not even using it for an extra life. Eventually, Nightmare trying to get it going with this rally, but they can't afford to use anything extra here, especially with 2 minutes to go. They want to just chase Toronto Defiant away from the bot and save the Juno ult for a next clean engagement.
I like that window of engage from Nightmare. You saw someone throw the bomb, knew he was out of position. Nightmare went for it. They zoned them off, and the Deadeye to keep Toronto away, coming through the window.
Oh! Nice high noon. I didn't know you could climb that. I thought you had to take the stairs. Nice.
Nightmare now up 1, and without a DPS, Toronto Defiant's chances of winning this fight slim to none. CJ going pretty low though, as someone manages to score him out with a couple of pellets. Sugar3 that entire time was just peppering the backline with his pulse pistols, and RuPaul gets a nade kill on
Dude,
Seeker.
Jaws casting is so...
Not sure what's going on. Concussion, confused,
love
dazed.
it.
As Nightmare end up losing this fight, and gonna lose maybe this map. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go.
I think that's GG's, chat. There's no way. There's no way Nightmare wins this. There's no way.
Must-win fight for Nightmare, especially at the neutral position. That was their chance to take back the lead, to fight back.
There's no way Toronto. There's no way Nightmare loses this. I mean, wins this. There's no more. Game's over, man.
The end destination, 113 to 77, and the proactive rally from Vega.
Rally, Terror Surge. Oh, Vega. Yeah, there's no way. The Terror Surge with the blade, even with the rally, no shot you're surviving that. Quick deaths here for Toronto Defiant all around, or reset. Nightmare, they end up winning this fight, but they're going to be finishing near OT now, Lemon, with only 44 seconds to go.
And you don't have any ults for this neutral point fight. This is gonna be really tough. Someone's gonna have a second life with the bomb. He did use it to be cheeky and spawn. I don't expect that to happen again. If he does, Nightmare need to immediately engage, hide away from the bomb, and run right after. Someone's at an off angle.
Yeah, I don't think so, chat. This is GG's.
Backline, but it's too far for Nightmare to reach.
I mean, rotation from Nightmare, looking like they want to go coast. Of course, they still have to check the bots. You at least want one person on an off angle here if you are Nightmare. But here comes the nano boost on someone yet again. Straight to the back line. Just pinning Seeker up against the wall, demanding the lunch money. Does end up falling over.
Wait, did he say pinning him on the wall and demanding them their lunch money? Bro.
End up coming in, but a counter bash is coming through. Oh, the self-destruct right on top
Oh
of him.
my god, that's toxic, bro. Put the bomb on Admiral and pulse them.
The raid does end up coming through for CJ, but Nightmare, you're not winning on the home map. Toronto defiance.
Nah, you can't do that, bro. I'm sorry, but you can't do that. I demand a recount. I demand a recount, chat. You cannot be a team from Toronto and pick the Toronto map. You can't do that. I demand a recount.
Such a good understanding of how to play Diva when it comes out of.
But hey, this is a good series. So far, it's tied 1-1.
When they last faced against each other on Flashpoint, they did go to Suravasa. And that was Toronto's pick, and Toronto 3-0'd them, so kind of adding on to
that game mode sucks. I'd rather play Clash. I love Clash, man. Clash is such a fun game mode. But Flashpoint.
And Defiant, Metacomps, mirror on either side.
I just don't like Flashpoint.
Nothing crazy here. Just standard, stock standard play.
Nightmare just won this against TSM, so they're warmed up and they come with that.
Is it a first of 3 or 4? It's a best of 7, so first of 4.
Toronto cold, quote unquote, but yeah. Nice warm up.
Yeah. Thanks to the warm up scrim, guys. We'll take the finals now. Thank you. All right, TX.
Thanks for the warm up scrim. That's toxic.
Although saying that, someone's cheating a little bit there. Actually trying to get Zera off the point as well. There you go, eventually. Okay, now we can commence the Genji versus Genji. Nice deflect. Ooh. Need to get healed though. Sugar-free heal. Zera with a nice right click. Eventually someone's going to die, guys. Don't worry. I foresee it. Ah, someone's joined the fights. Finally. All right, Zera's out of there. Can't mess with that one. But you know what you can mess with? Seeker's Peacekeeper. Merit dead. RuPaul 2. Seeker with a nice little two-tap there. You see someone trying to get Zera off of the points. Oh, both are orbital race mid popped.
Chat, I think Nightmare won the first round and it pissed off Toronto, and now Toronto's sweating. Wait, never mind. Never mind. They're not sweating.
Important macro game there. So Sugar-Free versus Zera, just the duel that never ends. Someone got impatient, said, I'm gonna not respect this 1v1.
YouTube is spitting. I would rather have 2 CP than some of these new games. I would rather have 2 CP than Flashpoint and Push. I'll take.
And Toronto never even capped 2v1. Zera played his life so well, and Sugar-Free had to wait for heals, but Toronto will have a blade to work with. No orbital ray to support that, though.
Oh, here comes the Terror Surge. Oh, infected. Yeah. The Terror Blade, or whatever you want to call it. A terrifying blade, even if you want to super play on words. There's a Nightmare just kind of evaporate Toronto Defiant there. Put him in a stir-fry wok and served him up in a to-go box. 3 ultimates from Toronto, though, moving into the next fight with the rally coming online, too. Seeker something for rather cheeky.
Oh, there's no way he hits this.
Oh,
there's no way.
The old play, you call that. Jump back to 2016 real quick. Flash found that hammer. Merit dead. 4v5 as the point is being captured now by Toronto Defiant. Someone pretty low. Terror Surge activated. Zera stunned too. So had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Seeker settles the score though as Sugar-Free also falls. Does take a bash in the face.
Nightmare should not lose this fight. They're up 2. Oh, nice shots.
Vega reeling too, so Vega has to play safe. And Infected is gonna take that opportunity now to try and isolate.
Oh, nice spear by Infected.
As Mera eventually gets back to the action, but now has to deal with Zera, who's also found himself off of the respawn, but slowly but surely, unfortunately for Merit, the rest of his team just
damn. Seeker is literally popping off right now.
Secures Nightmare the first point.
Seeker is popping, dude.
Seeker, my Team Canada goat. First, you remove Merit from the fight. You Deadeye to remove Sugar-Free. You got no Dragon Blade. You got no WinCon. You got no hope to win the point. Nightmare just tempoing them too. Just the Terror Surge.
This is the finals. This is the finals that I like.
Could have done the same thing. Nightmare will not hesitate. They are not scared of this team. Nightmare know they have the potential to be the first team to beat Toronto Defiant in
Toronto
a final.
Defiant has been sitting at the top for so long, chat. I want to see an upset. And Nightmare is putting them to work.
High noon, but honestly, if anybody can do it, Seeker can. Oh, whoa. Whew. My heart leapt there. I think Merits did as well. There's the high noon. Orbital Ray on the point. Can Toronto make good use of it? I don't think they can. Look at that. It's already walked away from them, and they've lost the point. A warm-up scrim indeed, Lemon. Nightmare look clean on this map so far. Terror Surge comes in. Blade for Sugar Freeze doing damage, but I mean, the entirety of Toronto Defiant were grabbed in on that Terror Surge, so
wow.
It was easy AoE damage. There's the team kill. A Blade Array available for the next fight for Nightmare. And Toronto, they're going to have to hope this rally sees them through it, because that ult combo is nothing to scoff at.
And to use the Deadeye when the point unlocks, to know when and where you needed to zone the other team. That's what allowed Nightmare to cap. Toronto tried to dance. They get caught out in the open. Nightmare knew Sugar Free had Blade. All the focus, all eyes are on him, and Sugar Free gets nothing done.
Oh, they're just going to pop the Blade. Does end up getting bashed. Zera pretty low, but he'll quickly up. Terror Surge 2 to bring him into the center of the Orisa.
These fights look so chaotic.
Overtime's quickly approaching. Nightmare swapping sides with them right now as Toronto Defiant put themselves on the point, but Merit's going to go down. A deflection here to save Sugar Free's life, and now he's in the 1v1 versus Infected, and Infected is just getting completely ignored by Toronto Defiant. The Orisas can still do damage, and Infected is proving that right
wow,
now.
bro. I don't know, man. For some reason, I feel like tanks do too much damage. Like, he almost just one-shot that Juno.
Straight into the backline is Zera now, just hunting down the Genji. A small little shield isn't going to help someone either, as RuPaul and Sugar Free had to back off as someone tried to get the final touch. Nightmare now up 2 points on New Junk City.
And the big difference between this and Suravasa, why Toronto Defiant are so good at Suravasa and why they 3-0 Nightmare, is there's a lot more natural cover when things get heated. Toronto Defiant are so good at finding that safety, but now not so much.
Is it a best of 5? 7.
And Nightmare take the fight in those open areas, and they will not relent. They chase down everyone from Toronto Defiant. Now you got a Sugar Free Blade coming up, Orbital Ray. This is a big fight for Toronto to set the pace for the third point.
On the high ground right now. Nightmare with this rally is going to make it hard for Toronto to approach. There's the Orbital Ray. Terror Surge comes in. Blades popped at the very end as well. Sugar Free ends up taking down Seeker, looking for the break too.
Damn.
Bash from Admiral will send him careening back to the spawn as Nightmare. They're going to win this fight. They're going to be able to cap this point. And they're going to put a lot of pressure on Toronto to try and come back into this one. Someone is still in the fight, of course. Has only got the brick for healing, though, so can't stay around for too much longer.
Just another Sugar Free Blade that gets muted. It's not winning Toronto Defiant fights. It's also where the fight took place. Toronto Defiant have to push through a choke. It's just not a favorable spot. Now Nightmare have Orbital Rain. And oh yeah, Toronto Defiant also used Orbital Rain, lost the fight. Not good for them.
As soon as you use High Noon, everyone just runs away. Like, everyone just scatters, bro. Oh, he could have had a kill too, man.
Stunning him out of the ultimate as soon as he clicked the trigger to try and get a double kill. Nightmare still in control. However, Toronto Defiant are going to win this fight. So only Infected left now on the point as they are cleaned up.
Intelligent rotation from Toronto Defiant, not wanting to fight through the choke, wrapping around and having more space and more high ground, low ground for Sugar Free to find his way around, but also making the smart decision of fighting through the Deadeye. You don't always have to hide away from it. You got a lot of cooldowns to not only cancel it, but also negate it. And Toronto finding their confidence and their stride, now hoping to force Nightmare into a choke point. You got the Zera Blade and an Orbital Raid. They could just use that to force Toronto out of the choke. They may be aware of this. They're already spacing
okay,
back.
chat, I believe in a fat blade. Watch this, watch this. I could literally tell the future. I literally have the script right in front of me, written on this pen.
1 HP. Sugar Free gets taken down, and here comes the Blades. Isolated is the Brig. A nice little deflect actually onto RuPaul as he got out of range.
Told you it was fat. You got two. Hey, two elims is good.
On this map, we've only got one more fight to try and turn this one around.
Just a chess match with those Orbital Rays, but even kind of.
Holy! I just realized Nightmare is up 2-0. Wow. Toronto needs to win this at least 1 point.
mind games also happening, but can Nightmare close it out here?
Nice Seeker being the person that someone wants to kill real quick. Blade ends up coming through. Look at that. Everybody trying to escape from the Terror Surge around that pillar. And Sugarfree's
They still got another fight though. They still got another fight. No team has any ults though, besides one. I guess Seekers almost has a high noon, but what is high noon really, Jet, besides a zoning ult?
Can Nightmare actually even get there in time? It might be better to just go for the next point. It's Toronto Defiant desperately needed that. Nightmare seem to think that they can touch in time. Yeah, Zera gets the dash at the last second, and now Toronto have no idea where Zera is. Deadeye from Seeker, while Toronto are out in the open.
High Noon, they're gonna get a free point flip here. That speed ring dash onto the point, and the High Noon's gonna garner them the point. And now someone from Toronto has to sit on it. So it's gonna be an awkward fight for them. You can see Seeker trying to just hunt for the backline. Rally's been popped, so he has to play back. Although still in the face of danger, is trying to eye up RuPaul, but he's quickly met with the shield. A broken shield from the Brig is not a good sign,
they won this point. They won this point.
System right now. This Nightmare are going to lose their first point on this map. As Toronto, they're not out of the woods just yet. Still need a couple more to claim this one.
Might be good that Nightmare decided to force another fight because they built up towards some ultimates they can use for the next one. And I like the chaos that Seeker was able to produce with the Deadeye. Toronto scattered and Nightmare tried to make the most out of those isolated positions.
I just don't see a reverse comeback. It is possible.
The rally of RuPaul had the extra health to tango in.
Orbital Ray coming through for Vega and CJ. Vega's going to use his first, then CJ the next. These little micro missiles are going to do so much damage. The torpedo's so good with damage amps, but here comes the blade. That's what you want to be looking for. Sugar Free already claiming 2, 3 kills, 4 in fact. Sugar Free cleaning up. They don't want to go to a map number 5, or sorry, map number 7 even. They want to make this decisive. They want to claim another title in North America in Stage 4.
And Toronto didn't even have to set up the Terror Surge for Sugar Free, so he can even use that to get them low, or even to pull Zera and make him uncomfortable, as he has the blade, he is the playmaker, and he has the surge from Infected. And Nightmare's going to try to play on the point, so everyone's grouped up. The Deadeye's going to force Nightmare back.
Super fast to the speed ring. Oh, they didn't fall for it. A lot of space and time bought though.
Now that's gone, Nightmare are still going to play on the point. Terror Surge Blade is the winning combo. RuPaul may have a rally in time, depends how quick Nightmare are.
Oh, there's the Terror Surge coming through from someone. Terror Surge made available from Nightmare, like you said. Same with that rally. Deadeye's going to get used first. Rally ends up coming out. A nice deflected High Noon there. Doesn't end up getting any kills. Maybe a little bit of damage while infected, but that's about it. Nightmare in amongst the chaos, who managed to find that point flip as well. So both ultimates from a Toronto Defiant, they're not really finding too much purchase. Blade has been popped by Zera. A nice hinder grenade stops him in his tracks though, so can't get much damage in. Swinging at the Cassidy now. Gets a couple of slashes, but where's the initial kill? Merit surviving for so long, meaning Toronto Defiant can pick up ammo.
Bro, I'm actually like so mesmerized with this game.
Oh, and combos out RuPaul as well. There's another flip. Toronto Defiant managed to, again, just small flips in amongst the fight. They're almost going to get, well, 99%. You take that any day of the week with Nightmare sneaking it away, and then Toronto sneaking it back, and Nightmare now building up towards, hopefully for them, a final fight for this map.
Zera is just incredible. What he was able to do with the blade, even while hindered, brought down to 14 HP.
Tanks doing DPS damage with 3 times the health is crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Maintained his composure. Now, how did they handle this Deadeye?
Someone said, Jay, who wins Stockholm? I don't know. Isn't Crazy Raccoons kind of crazy?
Just can't find anything. Nice deflection kill from Sugar Free. He's just absolutely dominating.
Oh, but they didn't win.
Extinguish it.
Oh, and they did win. I was about to say, that's crazy if they don't win. Oh, there might be a reverse, chat. There might be a reverse. 2 to Nightmare now, 2 to the Toronto.
Sweep on a map. That would be cheeky. The same way Toronto Defiant stole away the lead from Nightmare on New Queen Street.
Yo, what's up, Signal?
Be happy until the map has ended. And Toronto have found their stride. They're syncing up, and they got a Terror Surge rally. And they could just initiate off of that while Nightmare are still coming.
Who do you guys think wins? I gotta go pee, bro. I've been holding that. Who do you think wins this map, chat?
Hoping to force them in
Toronto or Nightmare?
Got point priority as well.
I got all my money on Nightmare. Watch this. Watch this. I can tell the future, and Nightmare's winning.
Everybody's been bashed. Everybody's stunned. A long Terror Surge coming through from Infected. But as soon as everybody gets out of it from Toronto,
That's fine. The game's not over. That was just point. That was just the point. That's fine. Let them use their ults. Now they have no ults. Nightmare goes in with their ults. They get the point back. It's fine.
A very healthy someone aided by the rally to go for a very charged.
I can literally tell the future, chat. Watch.
An Admiral with the rally, or has a rally coming up now. And this needs to help Zera. They need to set him up for a 5K if possible, and not let Toronto Defiant get back on their feet. Nightmare don't have a Terror Surge to worry about. Zera's looking for an opening.
Start the ults off again. Someone juggling the point. Point does go over to Nightmare. Both Genji's in the sewers right now.
Nice.
Okay. Ends up falling over to Seeker. Zera onto the high grounds.
Nice! They're committing ults! They used 2 ults there! I told you guys! I can read the future!
Someone's gonna die.
We'll stagger on someone, that's nice. And Merit using Deadeye is unfortunate because that's always a nice tool to walk into a point or an area with. Not like a game-breaking ult, but something nice to cause a lot of chaos and isolation. And Zero is able to conserve the blades, so good neutral fights, or good fight for Nightmare to play off the orbital ray there. Tail of 2 Dragon Blades though, Sugar-Free versus
Who do you think has the fatter Dragon Blade, chat? Nightmare or, sorry, not Nightmare, Zera or Sugar-Free? I think Nightmare's gonna win that, because they have more ults.
They've got Terror Blade, they've got the rally. So hard for Toronto to come back, because you know Nightmare probably going to take us a little bit slowly until the last couple of seconds. There's one person touching right now on the point for Toronto, and that is Sugar-Free. Blade's been popped and Bloody has been broken.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's game. I told you guys, chat, call me a god, because I told you guys I was right. I told you guys. I can tell the future.
Again at 98%. There's no one to touch for Toronto. Vega ends up going over to the Lucio to try and get back. Someone with the Terror Surge drags a couple of people into the pits, but it is too little too late. Nightmare going to be rounding this one out with a 3-2 victory on New Junk City to take a lead in the series.
Nice. Nightmare is up. Bro,
Zera getting the Genji
chat, bro, Toronto has been winning everything in an A.
Chat, we were here.
Nightmare's gonna win, and they're gonna change the world.
He's one of the better widows in North
Some predicted 4-0. Nightmare are now leading. It was going to be a really good map. I mean, a really good game series. This is what I feel like every single tournament should be, though. It should be close to 1. All these.
See how Sugar-Free ends up dealing with this Widowmaker as well. See if he kind of sticks to him like butter on bread. Slowly but surely, Seeker trying to
like butter on bread. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like my bread without butter, though. Chat. Eating butter on bread is just overrated, bro. Just eat the bread normally. When things taste good, they don't need any more seasoning or flavor.
And that's what, you know, caused Toronto Defiant to full hold Nightmare on Midtown. That's what made Toronto Defiant full hold Shikigami on Gibraltar especially. Like, Toronto may be known as an aggressive, relentless team, but they know when and where to do that.
Seeker making a small rotation, and then back up to the high ground. A very low and slow.
Hold on, chat. I gotta search something up on Google.
Headshot onto someone. Nade onto Vega. Sleep missing. Slowly but surely, Zera is moving the point right now, but it will be Sugar-Free there to test him.
Oh shit, that's not Google. That's my chat. My bad, my bad. Hold on, chat. Ignore that real quick. I thought that was Google. Give me a second.
Both supports kind of cowering now as the nade comes through, and Sugar-Free with the additional damage required for the kills. Infected trades one.
Hey, sorry, I had to look up at something.
Trying to make Toronto Defiant play back now. A good push from the Tracer.
Fantastic push. Nightmare now are within 1 fight territory of capping. I question CJ and Admiral feeling comfortable and safe enough
Hey
to go
Jay,
up
how
that
are you doing on this
staircase
fine
as an
Saturday?
You are just trying to be as far away from that Winston and really just
This
not
bro's
be
living
even
in the
dive
past.
range. So to be in a position to be accessible
Today's
by
Sunday,
someone,
isn't it?
you gotta be sure when and
How's
where
bro
you
living
move.
on Saturday?
CJ, of course, your babysitter Brigitte is
what
gonna
a
help a
shot.
lot. That headshot helps a lot too.
What a shot from Seeker.
That was a nice shot.
Full spawn though. Hail Mary sleep dart to try and sleep somebody. Primal Rage pop for Infected. No more supports for Toronto Defiant, at least for now. And Infected is making sure they are aware. Seeker also takes down someone, and that one fight territory is really paying off for them now. Is that a stick? Oh, I think Zera just stuck Sugar-Free, and Sugar-Free hit the recall. I heard the stick sound. I could be wrong. It could be a floor pulse, but I don't think my ears deceived me there.
At least it zoned him off from trying to touch. I think Sugar-Free could have bought Toronto Defiant another fight. And
I
Zero
love how
sure
we're
that
seeing
they were
Winston
uncomfortable
gameplay.
enough
I love
that the
Winston.
payload slipped by.
Winston.
Now,
Oh,
can
nice dodge
Nightmare
on the
keep
sleep.
it going though. This is a
Damn.
difficult point to push with all the choke points and nano engage from Infected. You love that Nightmare were able to build up towards that.
What a sleep. Oh, boops him forward too. Uh-oh. Yep, someone's got Primal. Facing through on this high ground, you know there's no sleep, as it was used a couple of seconds ago. Under half HP though, decides better of staying around. Still wants the high ground control though, so we'll jump back on the small little boxes.
If someone keeps tunneling too much on Seeker, you could see Nightmare taking advantage of this, and you know you sacrifice Seeker like you sacrifice a Vest and just take the 4v5. As Nightmare now nano engage.
Nano engage, yeah. Bubble's gone down. Leap forward, sleep misses.
Oh, they couldn't really do anything with that nano. That's kind of unfortunate. But they're getting a little bit of cart room.
Both
The car
Traces
face.
the recall at the same time as well. Infected now. Wishing he had Primal Rage, that is for sure. So tough against the Brigand cast. Like, that is so annoying to deal with. But there's the first pick. Seeker eventually turning the tides in their favor. Rally's been popped though. There's Toronto Defiant. Now trying to make sure
Winston zapping people. Oh, yeah. When there's a rally going on, that's unfortunate.
Just trying to take down Seeker, but with no Primal, yeah, you're just gonna die.
I think they cap second.
Well, the Widow got
Oh, the anti, and they nanoed and rallied. Two ults right there just disappeared.
That could have really been the hold there. Maybe someone gets back, same with Sugar-Free and Merit.
Damn.
Just jumping off the map. 3 and a bit minutes. That's a very quick time bank considering how kind of slow this map's been already. Not too many like fights, right? There's maybe been like 3, if that.
Yeah, and for Nightmare to nano engage and not even bring out the rally, I thought Toronto had found stabilization, and they rallied, and Infected is okay disengaging and sacrificing that, and a lot of posturing as Nightmare eventually broke through. Toronto made them uncomfortable, made them drop out of those safe positions. Now Nightmare have a ton of time for points, and they're already halfway pushed. Zero's done such a good job of having payload.
Yo,
presence.
Runic, appreciate massive 35 months. Zombie for 5 months, appreciate it.
Even the Tracer at this level. Don't want to mess with the Widows.
Ow.
Oh, that was close as well.
I'm actually really happy to see 2 Widows on the team, though. I love seeing these Widow duels. Except that when you're playing in the tournament and everyone's just going to shoot at the Widow.
Good defense here from Toronto Defiant.
He's going to die.
Ends up going down. Sugar-Free hits the recall too to get out.
Someone executed on his dive, being in that high ground position, bubbled off Admiral and CJ and got Seeker low. Someone
looking at this dot crosshair for a very long time makes me probably want to try a dot crosshair.
And as long as Toronto
Anyone here use a dot crosshair?
They're gonna execute their dives faster than
You
Nightmare
do?
can get to Vega and RuPaul.
Relying on this Seeker pick on the Widow.
I use a normal crosshair because that's what I'm used to, but
Storm. This Merit, as we can see in the X-ray there, just inching around the corner.
I can't see shit with a dot crosshair. I use Jay's crosshair instead. You use my crosshair, really?
They dislodged someone from being able to dive your backline. That's nice from Infected.
It's better than the watching two races.
I love my crosshair.
Oh, he's back.
Nah, they traded places. Mad Hatter moment.
He's waiting, he's waiting. So this is Nightmare trying to nano engage and making the most.
Yeah, look at this.
Someone's taking too long.
CJ is like looking around. He has to look forward, then look back. He has to heal his Winston, who's sleeping right now.
Oh,
Seeker down. Infected Primal ran out. It's a good nade. Vega not going to fall though.
oh, couldn't get a kill though.
These engages from Infected are good. There is a touch coming in. When the backline calls for aid, Vega answers.
Nice D. Nice D, chat. I thought Nightmare was gonna cap that.
You're lucky that they were able to get back this spawn because someone, I mean, went to get a snack or something. Maybe was hoping Sugarfree was gonna join him. It took Infected and Zero to get someone off the high ground. He went back and.
Why are you guys saying thanks? Because I said,
kind of
chat, stop being weird, bro.
Of like, okay, I'm safe for now. I can pull Nano, but we need to hurry, and that's exactly what Nightmare did. They're within 2 meters of capping. Toronto can still burn this last minute.
See that Mero is kind of hiding around the corner, waiting for the enemy Widow to shoot first. Seeker grapples up onto a height, but now has to deal with this Primal Rage without a grapple, but someone doesn't care about the Widowmaker right now. Looking more towards the Ana. Don't think CJ got knocked off the edge. No, he did not. It's actually Seeker that comes up with the goods. Vega down, headshot connects. Is now with these sights, bit easier shot onto Merit. Same with the rest of the team, to be fair, but someone with the nano boost is going to just destroy the backline. One of the best to ever do it on the Winston. He's kind of proven it here. A true one-man army. Zera does kill Sugarfree, but these spawns are good. These spawns are too good, Lemon.
No, Seeker, yeah.
Take this down to overtime now. Is Nightmare trying to regroup?
Yeah, I think that was a good push, chat. They're not capping.
Under Seeker swaps. It's last fight. Zero Infected are still alive, and they'll be able to touch the cart. It'll be up to this Primal to buy some time from Infected. Seeker's on Sombra.
What a nade from RuPaul. They got Rally. There's no way you win that now. Yeah,
that's a good push, though. They basically almost capped it. Yo, stretch it out. Wait, what am I stretching out, Dad? What? How you doing, Dad? Hope you're having a great day.
If he stays alive there, gets Primal, you can extend the fight maybe another, like, 20 seconds or so. Hope Seeker comes back and gets a pick. That's where the payload
How you doing, Dad?
End on this round, as Toronto now get the chance to attack.
And a second wind out of Toronto, because Nightmare came in with what, 3 minutes to point C. It was getting.
Don't sit too long, love you. No, I'm not sitting too long. I'm drinking a lot of water, so I have to go to the bathroom a lot. But yeah, I'm good, Dad. After the stream, I'm probably gonna go downstairs and walk on the treadmill and work out. I haven't worked out in a month.
Such a threat on the field when he is nanoed, and he will always convert 2 or 3 kills.
I'm probably weak now, chat.
And the only thing Nightmare could really do is Seeker hitting a critical headshot, maybe getting a pick to trade. Would have been the only saving grace for
Pee
Nightmare.
in a bottle? Dad, what are you saying?
Enough, because Nightmare have been funny. They brought out some Reaper in the past to deal with some annoying Winstons, but Nightmare still did a good job through most of this map.
Yo, what's up,
Still
Unravel? Appreciate it, my friend.
The cart is at. Toronto not able to fold them like they usually do to their opponents. But how? Seeker versus Merit matchup now. Will it be the Widow?
Have you guys ever went to the doctor and you had to pee in that that little cup, and then you had to take it to the doctor, but it's nice and warm? I hate that.
Probably gonna switch to Widow. There it is. Yeah, Merit versus Seeker now. This is gonna be.
I hate that, bro.
Matchup.
Yeah, I could have seen Merit.
I had to poop in a cup for doctors.
Just to help push the team to the high ground, but. Nightmare also contesting very early. There is no free pushing for Toronto Defiant. This could just be brawling to see if you can build up towards Nano, which so far RuPaul is a little bit ahead of CJ by 10%. Now Toronto are getting some pushing Zera off and maybe even forcing out the recall, but Zera's gone from the car.
Seeker's still trying to hunt Merit.
Koenma for 68 months, my friend. I appreciate it.
Right now, or lower right to them. High ground control, still teased by someone as well. Does end up getting slept, but he is like half in bubble. Nade, jump. He's free.
I would, like, I can't imagine going to school for like 12 years to be a doctor, and then after you're done with school and you just got hired to go work at a hospital, the first thing you do is like go through someone's poop. Can you imagine that? 12 years of school just to go through poop?
Quickly or not. They're pretty even in nano charge, and Merit opens things up too. That helps.
I sleep.
Sharp stuff from RuPaul. Wouldn't expect anything less. Merit's going to get healed up too. Oh, does he get the boot? No, he does not. Gets the mega health back, and yeah,
that's a specialty doctor thing. They choose that. How much does a doctor get paid as a specialty to look at your poop? Just curious.
All right, he's looking for the tracer. Uh-oh, wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately. Oh, the break, though. 180 bash gets the stun. Nano fades away. Oh, and of course, Merit just cleans up. That's
wow, Merit cleaning up, bro.
Beast.
And that was with Infected hunting Barrett for the longest time. Infected not being in this fight caused Toronto to just be able to cap, and we'll get a replay of what Merritt was able to do. First, Infected has slept. Easy cleanup there. And
God. You love it.
The hell was that? It just like reset.
I must say, Lemon, Infected's just getting bullied right now.
The average salary for a gastroenterologist is $262,000 per year in the United States. Well, you know what that means, chat?
Some progress going, and Mary gets a big diff, and Toronto can build a lot of momentum off
Last
of this.
day of streaming, I'm gonna go look at people's poop.
Woken up from the sleep.
All right, Primal Rage. No headshots for you, Merritt. They're all my kills. Nice little bonk. There's the nano boost. Now you can just sit here, put the bubble down, chill on the stairs, AFK. My favorite kind of strategy. All right, Infected is touching.
Could have body blocked Infected, though.
No, Primal Rage, yeah, and the body block's pretty big. Merritt needs some big headshot kills here. Seeker switching over to Sombra.
Oh, come on, Merritt. You gotta hit those shots, bro.
As possible. Shouldn't be any extra kills, you would think.
Pretty huge of Nightmare to take that just initial assault and be able to stop the cart where it is. You could always have Sugar-Free sneak by and get Zera's attention, so Zera needs to be close by just in case. Toronto will be allowed to dive ship again.
Yeah, importantly here, that...
Nice stick.
I was about to mention the Primal Rage, but I guess Sugar-Free's got a pulse bomb. And the backline's dead. Okay, scratch my point. Let's talk about that. There's a little nano boost you're missing now, unfortunately, Nightmare. They're gonna have to come back and Infected try and buy enough time with this Primal Rage.
Yeah, they got that. They got that.
That's just it. That's this next point. I mean, maybe.
Oh, come on. You should be hitting these, bro. Come on, Merritt. You should be hitting these.
Just gonna want to save it. Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. A dive from Toronto.
Nice. Jav Prez pre-transfer prime sub.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to go as Toronto Defiant now pushing around this final point.
RuPaul and Vega doing such an amazing job dealing with Infected. Infected is counter diving. You don't see him because he's busy diving the supports, and he can't kill him even with Primal. And Infected not having an impact in this fight is gonna kill Nightmare. Toronto come into point C with pretty much the same time bank, but a lot more ults.
Okay, how many things did they throw at Merritt there to try and kill him? Support's too good though. Pulse bomb whiffed from Zera. EMP for Seeker. This is the big bang that Nightmare really want to open this one up with. Everybody's very split though. You can see the supports all hanging.
Hold on, chat. I want to focus on this. Are they gonna win?
Right now.
Is Toronto Defiant gonna bring it back to 2-2? Or are they not? Or are they gonna get held?
They don't want to be nano.
What's up, Ebers?
And someone's getting positioned out on the top bridge. He could access anyone he wants. And Nightmare may have to just be close to spawn. He sees shields up from Admiral. Here we go.
Nano deployed. It's on Merritt.
Oh, Vega lived with like 25 HP.
I think I'll take the Winston on that one. Merritt's still going to go to the high ground though. CJ fells to a pulse bomb. Merritt now eventually dying as that nano fades away. Infected Swan. It's a little bit later, so it lasted a little bit longer, but Admiral's still dead. Trying to define hard out of this fight, and they're going to be able to maintain position. Oh, and Seeker's pocket pick Bastion and make it a Lego one. One of the best skins in the game for certain. I think Seeker's probably going to change again. Yeah, it was just for the potential force push here by Toronto Defiant. Swaps the Widow, needs kills as someone jumps away. Oh, Merritt. Straight up into the high ground too.
Don't ever repeat the
get
Widow.
Another son. Hits a body shot onto CJ. Someone is super low, pops the sights anyway. Primal Rage popped by Infected. These sights aren't going to last too long, I'm afraid. Seeker's going to have a
wow, what a juggle!
Has managed to clutch this fight.
Oh my! Oh, he didn't get a kill. He just got a bet of mine. I thought he got a kill. After getting the Widow. Dude, that juggle was insane.
Past this point, maybe actually Zero was there, but recalled. This will force Infected back, and Nightmare find a point of stabilization after a wave of ultimates. But guess what? Toronto has built up towards another set. And you have RuPaul with a nano. Be careful for Infect in that top right side. He's close to having a nano. Someone's gonna zone him back to the opposite bridge. And Toronto taking this one. Oh my god!
Ew!
Seeker's got to sit down.
He's ugly!
Yes. Only a minute to go with Nano Primal push. Potentially. Someone's got Primal. There's the Seeker Bastion, but Zera's already dead. Someone's going to have to do something. Seeker's already super low. The pulse bomb. Oh, Sugar-Free wasn't even aiming at him. Sugar Free finds 2, maybe even a 3rd. Seeker has been deconstructed.
Wow.
As Toronto to find that golden box.
This is a match, chat. This is a match.
Ooh, what a close one too, man. Oh my god.
This is
Sugar
a
Free
match.
just got
Tied
let
2-2.
loose, and when he has, it was close between NRG Shock and Toronto when it came to that Kings Row map. I think Merit has a lot of options. He could have obviously Ash he's a DPS that leans more Ash than usual, and of course very strong on this map to be able to sit back on that back window, keep everyone down, get the dynamites going, Bob presence to keep the objective occupied. He could have also contested the Widow, but Seeker's gonna match him on that, and Zero's on the far. This could be a lot of suppression on someone like, well, someone.
I think one of the funniest names in Overwatch is Someone. there is a story behind that.
Sorry.
That's for another time.
I had to pee again.
Really want to force.
I think I have a problem, chat. I pee every 2 seconds. Maybe I need to play with a catheter.
Give Merit like one angle to look down. Make sure he is checked at least a little bit.
Oh well, you know what that means. Let's drink more water.
So he can't anchor and get a first tick going, and that means Toronto don't have to contest the point if Infected's just gonna step off. But
you know what?
yeah, all going.
I'd rather drink a lot of water and pee a lot than to drink a lot of soda and
slow, painful death as the Orisa.
Have a God, what's it called?
Or maybe it won't. Maybe it's someone that dies. Okay. Didn't really expect Infected to last
A kidney stone. Ooh.
Toronto Defiant thinking they can pick up that kill pretty easily. That's not a good pick, and that's definitely just going to be point there.
Yeah, Nightmare just needed to play for any trades at all, and they're a team that will keep their composure. They lost Infected, their spawns are closer, and they could regroup faster too. Now an orbital ray exchange. Toronto look like they're holding that back library corner. Merit has Bob much faster than Seeker, and that could just be what tilts the scales for Toronto Defiant to keep Nightmare from building up kind of any pace.
Such a hard choke point to take over though. Orbital rays almost.
I'm actually really surprised how far what do you call it? Nightmare's holding. I'm sorry, not Nightmare. Toronto Defiant.
The hands of Seeker. So Toronto, they don't even want to commit a junior.
Bro, this is so sad to see. We're putting RuPaul, the RuPaul on Brig?
Deciding against it completely. Just throwing in the Bob instead. That's a lot of free ult charge actually for Admiral. Should be able to get rally pretty quick now.
Yeah, Ash hits like a truck, and Seeker just not allowing his team to not have to use any ults to get halfway to B. Now they can dump all of this just to cap B, and a great fortify.
That's just like a waste of talent. That's like me not being on a team. That's just a waste of talent. Like, if I was on any team, any of these teams, we would win already.
In the ray as well. Oh, and they got dragged in. Blade popped in the back line. Sugar Free takes down Seeker high in the sky. Where are you running, Sarah? Not that.
Did you laugh? Why did you laugh?
For Toronto Defiant. Big ultimates pop too. So good that RuPaul here as well has managed to save
poor Infected, bro. Poor Infected.
But they've got rally for the next fight is what I'm saying.
Huh?
Also, don't get too close to Infected towards the edge. Yeah, don't want to get dragged off. And there we go.
Why did you? I am not ever doing that.
And doing it himself means no little bit of ult charge for someone like Toronto Defiant. And that difference of 10% of Sugar Free getting the blade before Zera meant that Toronto Defiant could dictate that fight and also just out DPS Nightmare. And a crucial part to where they left that cart. Nightmare have a lot to travel, and Toronto are even going to poke them down. Nightmare, though, have built up towards that Terra Surge blade, and Toronto, they want to split up to not get pulled into that.
Ooh. Yep, Blade, rally. Infected's got the ult too. Both rallies popped. Toronto Defiant running for the hills as the Blade is pulled. Straight to the back line, a nice little bash, a nice little whip shot to send him away, but Sugar Free's already dead.
Oh, that would have been amazing if he actually went back in there and he had like an extra second or two on that Blade. That would have been a 2K right there.
A little bit spicy against Seeker there, but decides against it in the end. Bob is going to get deployed as the Ray's going to come in from Toronto Defiant, thinking they can win this fight. 0.59 meters to go, and Vega just standing proud on the point. Well, unfortunately, takes a spear and a bit of damage to the face, so has to back off.
Damn, bro. Nightmare is actually rolling. Almost 4 minutes on third.
I was worried about Zero disengaging so fast. He had Merit low, didn't finish off that kill. He did get stunned by a rally brig, and Zero kept on trucking, but could have finished off a lot more kills, but was trying to survive, which is sometimes more important than getting all the kills and giving up your life afterwards. But Nightmare still pulled through, even with the orbital ray in their face. And now CJ can bring that to Toronto Defiant, and Nightmare could push all the way to the end with a pretty good timing.
Another Zen. Bob deployed by Seeker. Everybody from Toronto Defiant right now kind of scattering. High ground control as well is going to be important. Such a good angle. It's going to be tough for Merit to really influence this fight, especially with Seeker up here, but Sugar Free makes it a little bit easier. Zera just chunks down the back line with trying to keep RuPaul in the spawn. That's kind of frustrating for the Zen.
There's the orbital ray.
Wow, Sugar Free just explodes. I think everybody shot him in there at once.
This is actually really good from Nightmare. I hope Nightmare actually wins this map.
It's not even possible.
Nah, I hope Nightmare wins this. I want the underdogs to win.
Nightmare just overload them with ults.
I want it.
The rally, the ray, there's nothing, like, unless you have the Transcendence there, and even then, you can get one-tapped.
Yeah, Toronto tried to explore kind of these individual lanes, just sending solo DPS to get these 1v1 duels, which could have helped Toronto start to surround Nightmare, who were just sitting on the card getting free progress. You're happy Toronto Defiant got back to spawn before an earlier orbital ray could have come out of Nightmare's side. And Nightmare conserved that. And as soon as Sugar Free went down, 5v4, Nightmare knew this was the time to push the envelope, and they push in with 2.5 minutes. Very good time bank for Nightmare to have, considering they only needed one fight to retake point B. That's usually where a lot of teams will succumb, to that point B final push. And Nightmare not only did that against an orbital ray fight that they didn't have an orbital ray for, Nightmare able to take fights that they have an ult disadvantage at. So
get RuPaul off Brig. Chat, he's not going to get off Brig because maybe Vega doesn't play the... I don't know. This is what they practice on.
Reminding everybody.
Practice. Don't talk about practice. No. But like...
No. I would make the obvious joke, but I think everybody's made it.
I can't do the
I got coached. You got coached by one of... you got coached by the coach that coaches Nightmare? That's crazy. That explains a lot. Not even the best coaches can coach you to be better.
I've not thought about that meme.
Damn.
I have not thought about that for 10 years. Thankfully, you brought it back to me. You know what? It was a good meme. It was a good meme. It lived a long and healthy life, honestly. All right, quick rotation for Toronto Defiant.
My bad. Shit.
Oh, the headshot too for Sugar Free. ASMR Overwatch. Genji throwing shurikens into Larissa's head.
I like that sound.
Yeah, Zen 2.
So a lot of posturing.
Feels good. A lot of posturing, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you just want effective off this.
Yo, Remu! I appreciate the massive top D of the day, my dude.
Spear spin, just chilling.
Appreciate it. Wait, they're the underdogs. This is my first time watching this. Last time was Overwatch League 2018. Yes. So Toronto Defiant, I'm pretty sure, won every single, what do you call it, tournament so far for OWCS, right, chat? Nightmare is about to hopefully win. Also, Remu, absolutely massive W. I appreciate it.
Toronto Defiant the first tick, but because Zero got the dynamite advantage, Sugar Free dashed out first. Zero contested at the last second too, and Toronto will waste a minute trying to get that. Again, posturing, but now it's orbital ray time.
Nah, fan. I appreciate the massive 5. Give this out. Massive W.
Someone maybe gets a tick.
Appreciate it.
Nice one for CJ. If you just lay it across the point like diagonally, really tough to kind of deal with. Oh, Sugar Free with a deflect kill onto Zera. Are you going to commit orbital ray now if you're Nightmare is the question. I don't think so. It looks like Infected is just trying to get trade kills. Might be able to get out of there as well, but Infected is so low. He's only got the break heals. Yeah, there you go. Counter bash is good. There's the kill for Sugar Free. Oh, and make it another.
Sugar Free, bro.
You love this fight if you're Toronto Defiant. Obviously you cap, but you also build up.
How many subs to take the shirt off? 1,000. If I get 1,000 subs, I'll take it off.
Nightmare just did, and now we got some deflect. Oh yeah,
deflects.
That's pretty nasty.
Shuriken just straight back at
yeah. Snowball time for Toronto and Nightmare, because Toronto capped and won the fight. Now Nightmare is so far away, so won't be able to contest that library spot.
This is absurd. RuPaul, okay, they know. Surely everybody turns around. Rally's pop, Terror Surge comes in. Oh, Seeker didn't have chance to react.
I mean, at least they...
But neither did Merit.
No, that was the other team. I mean, it's even. It's 3v3. Oh, there. Oh, no, there's a Bob.
Sugar-free dodging out of it for the time being.
Oh, they won.
He's just cleaning up. Genji's looking as clean as ever. It's rare to have a player that can play pretty much everything. Sugar-free is definitely one of them. Almost a true hyperflex.
It was almost a fumbled fight, though. The overcook there for RuPaul had me worried. He was so close to dying, and Toronto said, all right, 3-2-1 strategy time. Let's into with him. Let's bring out the blade. And that kind of split focus from Nightmare went the way of Toronto Defiant. But all those 5 ults now gone. You don't have that to push the end of point B. They could lose a lot of time if this neutral fight does not go their way. Toronto got to shut down Zera and hope to survive an orbital ray.
Orbital ray blade. I mean, this is really tough at this point in the map. Seeker just trying to take care of
Zera and okay. Zera needs a pop-off chat.
She just dashed over the roofs as well as an escape method. Here comes the orbital ray though. Here come the little torpedoes as the blaze is pulled. You are not escaping this one. Someone is just...
Oh, bro, he had that. He had that, bro.
In fact, it was body blocking him as well. So there was no chance to kind of escape. They're still trying to...
Yeah, you saw the attempt from Toronto to disengage and for someone to try and grab the mega pack and try to see if they can re-engage into it. But yeah, Nightmare just winning off Blade, Orbital Ray as intended. 2.5 minutes and Toronto just need to build up towards some ultimates. Here's how it
Orbital Ray, Terraso is going to bring everybody closer together as the bash comes out from that rally, stunning the Genji, but he still slips through space to get out of there. Merit ends up falling, and here comes Bob. I mean, there's no play for Sugar-free, so how much impact is he going to have on this fight? His entire team has just been surrounded.
Is RuPaul just like... You guys are keep saying that. Is RuPaul just not known for his Brig? Or is like Brig one of his worst characters? Because if it is, why wouldn't they just swap him out?
To the point, and Nightmare on their choke as well.
I don't think Nightmare have everyone up though. Spawns are closer.
Can't they just switch RuPaul on Juno and then Vega on Brig?
Right on the edge of where the damage stops. Oh, and here it is. Okay, this should guarantee the point, and then something crazy happens. Nice spear spin from an infected, but he's done so much. He's invested so many cooldowns, so can't get back to the point in time. It's going to be a lesser time bank, you'd imagine. 240 and counting down versus 229 in the bank for Nightmare.
Smart for Toronto to tempo up in that 5v4, knowing that Nightmare could have re-engaged because their spawns were closer. Now Nightmare have an orbital.
Yo, Bobby for 59 months. How you doing, my friend?
From the defense.
Yeah, RuPaul's now on the Zen, so he's going to hit super hard now, but there's very little healing to try and get the backline sorted. Nice deflights coming through from Zera.
Okay, this is actually really good for Nightmare because even if Toronto Defiant caps, they still have a lot more time. Let's go. Come on, Nightmare.
Nightmare has been winning them more.
Come on, Nightmare.
That's good for them to exchange ults and win it. Toronto are going to have to invest a lot more, and they only have
RuPaul got off the Brig. He's on the Zenyatta now.
Can you get a charge can you keep someone healthy enough that he can charge up the Terror Surge to a significant damage value so that Sugar-free could maybe get some dash resets, but he's already half health.
Just got orb applied to Infect. Look how low he's going. Still takes one with him. Someone dragging that Brig into the line of sight of the rest of the Toronto Defiant. As now they move around this final corner, minute and 40. A lot of ults for Nightmare though. This isn't going to be exactly an easy fight, however, as RuPaul's got Transcendence.
Nightmare should take a long fight if they can. You want to burn this clock as much as possible. Try to conserve your ultimates if you can. But Nightmare, I've been winning a lot from taking the initiative. Here's a Bob.
Good angle from Seeker, but Sugar-free was there to catch him, and yeah, Bob's just gonna die. Someone pops Fortify. Sugar-free might just claim another as well. Yeah, he does. Well, the Merit Dynamite will do it. Here comes a rally.
Oh, I want to see a fat blade.
Well through this Juno ult. Blade in top of the Juno ults, and Toronto Defiant just ult dumping now with the final few moments. Zera swinging, missing unfortunately. As Vega deals with
that's fine.
That's a team kill, and that's a
That's fine. It's a minute to 240.
A minute in the bank.
It's a minute to 240. This is doable.
time bank is equaling 239. That Transcendence really helped him out of that last fight, but those initial picks from Toronto, Seeker had the idea, you know, like go for the flank, hit the bob in the back, maybe one-tap somebody, but Sugarfree was right on top of him.
Yeah, Nightmare should have just taken this slow fight. Like, what's given Nightmare so much success has been taking earlier fights to be higher tempo than Toronto Defiant, which is somehow possible. But Nightmare tempoing up when they just needed to play back. Because worst case scenario, you could go to your spot room
Drawman, what are you saying, bro?
Just give up that space and hope to
go back to your chat
with a bob. But then you sacrifice the bob. Someone, you know, good awareness for him to turn around, spear the bob, deal with it, so it didn't affect Toronto too much. But Seeker not marking where Sugarfree was.
Jake, would you go pro these days against Gen Alpha? Bro, I'd roll these kids, bro.
Into the Nightmare spawn room
I'll roll these kids so hard that these kids wouldn't even want to play computer games anymore. They'll go back 20 years and they'll want to go actually play outside.
Maybe a 2-fight difference. A big goal here is for Toronto to cap the point.
Jay can't keep up. Meg!
1 minute is not a lot of time to do that.
You're borderline Masters 5.
Go to overtime.
Get out of here.
How far they can get with that.
I think, what time is it, chat? Is it almost 5 o'clock yet? Meg, it's 4:30. It's almost bingo. Come on.
Mirror comps almost. With RuPaul on the Zen. Love the aggression. You can take a hotel here if you're RuPaul. Oh, there's a Genji right there. Oh, deflect used already. Okay, so Avra will end up just dropping to try and help Zera in the 2v2.
Oh, scrims are soon? Oh, look, now Meg says scrims are soon. No, it's bingo, chat.
Default spot in this
I'm good, baby. I eat so much junk food. I'm breaking out now. Thinking eat so much junk food.
Rip you apart with this Discord orb. Nice backup from Vega as well. RuPaul going so low, but it's actually Zera that's on the retreat. Oh, someone's won. Oh, that's not good. My expert opinion, that's not good. Someone dead. OT in 5 seconds with Vega falling too. Someone's going to have to touch, and I mean, it's probably have to be Sugarfree. He does trigger OT, but look at the amount of firepower that Nightmare
Nice! Nightmare could do this!
Full hold.
Nightmare could do this!
On point A of King's Row. 239 for Nightmare to get 33%.
The fuck was that? Did you guys hear that?
Just came down to that one fight for 1 minute. Like I said, the goal is to cap.
239 for Nightmare to get 33%. Of King's Row. 239 for Nightmare to get 33%. Of King's Row. 239 for Nightmare to get 33%.
What the hell is that?
He's got a kick now that does space out Genji getting to them, and both Zens living on. RuPaul
Yo, what's going on in the back, bro?
And then someone, as soon as Vega had to tend to RuPaul, who's getting pushed, someone was left out to dry. RuPaul and Vega went to the right room. Someone out in the open couldn't get to the health pack and hotel in time. And that small disconnect. Although
bro, in the back.
You sacrifice someone in the process.
I could already tell, yo.
The main anchors you
they're casting right now, and all you hear is.
And then when it was all.
And then they're probably like, oh, yo, play by. Oh, come in. There's no one there, bro.
Out of Nightmare in that case. Now 2.5 minutes. This is not a guarantee fight win. They only need 33% and only one fight.
Yeah, the Zen Gambit not paying off, and you can see RuPaul on the brig. One fight, like you said, all that you need. We'll see how they want to approach this. Hotel control and point presence. I mean, that is definitely how Infect is thinking of playing, because you only need 33%, so the drops from Toronto are going to have to come really quick. It is Sugarfree right now on the point, has to back off, it's got dynamited, and now is someone's chance to touch. He does get there, but now Nightmare can take the high ground. I think Infect is doing exactly that. Same with Zera, who's now looking over the entirety of Toronto Defiant, or apart from someone that's right next to him. I think that's Vega.
Meg, I think that was fine if they didn't spam it, but
Sugarfree got dynamite, used deflex, someone drops, but someone is low.
Super low. Needs help.
That's funny.
Sugarfree just trying to make a hero play right now, trying to kill Seeker, but is receiving those healing torpedoes.
No draw. They're gonna win right now. They're gonna win right now. It's like a hair, chat. It's like a hair until they cap. And I know this stream, we know all about hair.
Knock him off the high ground and knock him down to match
That's crazy. 3-2, bro. 3-2. Nightmare is winning right now. If it was a best of 5. dive, Nightmare would have won. Okay, chat. Will Nightmare win it, or will Toronto tie it all, chat?
Not as aggressive as the Zen Juno backline, but pretty aggressive regardless. No defensive ultimate, really. I guess Juno ult is half defensive, half offensive.
I feel like Juno ult is like offensive and defensive. Like the healing is really good, and it also moves forward, so you can use it with attack. But oh, thank you.
How he was able, well, just as his game overall, how he took over New Queen Street to give Toronto Defiant the win there. But NTMR, if they make their way up the bridge, that's gonna be scary business, especially with an Orisa. But someone's keeping Infected in check. And
banana with chocolate
extremely far
is delicious.
Back, not in diveable range, but someone dances around the pillar, could go unnoticed.
Oh, Sugarfree going really low there. Seeker almost got the kill. It's looking like Colosseo out here. How long it's taken to win these fights and find a pick. Probably just building up at this point towards a nano and slash or the Juno orbital ray.
That too, and if Mara gets a really good dynamite, maybe body shot, gets someone low, someone could jump on that too, because, well, the dive can that close a lot faster than an Orisa can. Oh, yeah, nano first.
Rest in peace, Dynamite, and rest in peace, Seeker. Is he going to go down with that one? And you can see the differential in ultimate charge. Look at Admiral's ult charge right now, 42%. The brig in these long extended fights with these
damn dude, Toronto Defiant is coming out strong. They don't want to lose right now.
She cannot really heal. She can pack the Tracer, she can pack the Axe.
Oh, you're eating it too?
But she's not doing nearly as much healing as RuPaul and Vega are. So just a support ultimate advantage there, winning them the fight.
But the anti-grenades from RuPaul, I'm worried about how Nightmare's going to deal with that. Especially
how do I get involved when you're in content? You just got to be here when I do it.
And it'll be tough for them. See,
of course, the new character is going to have a really strong ult, though, chat, because that's what they always do. They want you to play the new character.
Leaps away. Now the support ultimates are going to be online for Nightmare. They got Juno ult and they're close to rally. High ground control wanted by Infected. He's actually just going to look at the backline right now. Solo pushing. He's going to have to be careful. The Bob comes through from either side, kind of trading places. That Bob on the high ground is kind of dominating Infected in the 1v1 currently. Really nicely placed. There will be the bots being stolen by Zera, though, so it's going to force Toronto to reset in the mid.
Yeah, for Nightmare to break out of that when they could have been naded. They dealt with someone's primal. Now the lead not escaping them too much. Seeker, Big Bob to buy some space. Zera needs to get RuPaul uncomfortable though.
Both orbital rays coming in. Well, one of them at least is Vega not choosing to use his. Very quick kills from the Seeker and Zera. RuPaul just went down. It's like disappeared like smoke in the air. Those Nightmare are going to be able to claim the lead now.
Seeker's having just a really good series, and to go up against Merit, who's known as just one of the most fearsome hit scans in the world, you wouldn't think a Seeker
Nightmare took the lead, and they might get forward spawn. No, they're not going to get forward spawn. Wow.
And those headshots to kill RuPaul early, it's huge.
Oh, that nade was almost insane. Almost hit Seeker and Admiral there on that high ground. Oh, here comes the orbital ray. Infected is in the window currently, so has to rejoin the team in a moment. Ends up going golden to try and close the gap between him and the backline. Pulse bomb in the hands of Sugarfree as the bot is now slowly moving in favor of Toronto Defiant, although Nightmare are just going to try and force the issue here as RuPaul's caught out alone.
Oh, that's fucked up, bro.
Still ends up picking it up, though.
That's fucked up. You're just going to solo RuPaul like that? That's fucked up, bro.
Actually deploys the nano onto someone to make sure he can stay alive in the fight, but has to leap away. The fully charged up Terror Surge is nothing to scoff at, and that will be Nightmare getting the early checkpoint. 5.5 minutes. As Nightmare now reset to high ground.
Yeah, and RuPaul, I mean, when you're about to die, you don't have the time to decide, is this a good nano or not? It's let's try to turn this, let's do something. And unfortunately, that is wasted. Vega's on the Alari now, so it could do a bit more multitasking. They're holding more static positions, so this pylon can heal multiple targets, can't be shot as easily around this corner, especially if Nightmare keep taking these bridge fights. Now Vega can maybe help add to the DPS count that
What's up, Marcus?
desperately needs to get some fights going.
There's an orbital ray from CJ here. I mean, you look at this on paper and you're like, yeah, Nightmare win this. They win this fight easily. Oh, RuPaul is so aggro. Bob coming in. RuPaul dodges out the way, drops to low ground on the point, holding that corner where that pylon is. Still has to be fearful, as Zera's got the pulse bomb. Random Winston appeared in his face and someone's out of there. My word. Pulse in the hand still of Zera. Oh, and he sticks the Tracer. Oh my goodness. Sugar Free ends up going down. And it will be eventually Toronto Defiant finding success in that fight.
Salutations.
Especially with the dive. Finally, Toronto finding confidence.
Infected was the first streamer I played against. And he was toxic ABF in game. I don't believe so. That kid is so fucking nice. Maybe he was mad because he okay, you gotta
could very well take the lead.
He probably wasn't toxic. He probably was frustrated, just like a lot of other people would probably be. Because a lot of people are very passionate about this game and very competitive, and they don't want to lose. So you can't use that as toxicity.
It's going to be hard for Seeker and like CJ Admiral, that trio, to hold in any one kind of position. They have to split up, and Seeker's dead as well.
Oh shit! Yo, Toronto Defiant took the lead.
Just off of picks, no ults required.
That's a really tough fight for Nightmare to lose. Like, you could just play out of sight, playing around.
That kid has never been toxic though. That kid is very nice.
Shoot at you from the bridge, so that's a very terrible fumble for Nightmare, and the lead now for Toronto.
Or maybe it could have been a fake infected.
Nano engage.
I mean, there's like 100 fake J3s out there.
The detonations, Seeker and CJ exploding. Damage from Toronto Defiant, especially with the dive, someone and Sugar Free. It's so easy to capitalize on that ultimate when it connects with supports. Now they're really letting the lead slip. Those Nightmare down 40 meters or so.
Yeah, this is a must-win fight for Nightmare.
Wait, this is our first time, I think, seeing
It's not insurmountable lead, but it is
Alari.
difficult. 2.5 minutes. And Toronto are just playing that far back because it's so hard for an Orisa to approach with all the poke that Toronto have. Like, Infected is having a tough time holding space.
Yeah, and well, look. Oh, that was almost a one clip. All good. The right click from the Alari is going to heal the Ash. And you can hold the high ground now, right? If you're Toronto. Oh, the bomb in the room. Oh, see ya, Seeker. Sorry,
damn.
Man. Oh my God. Nothing personal. Quick push here from Toronto to find another pick would be perfect. I mean, look, actually, look where Infected is. He's got gold. Terror Surge actually going to get used. A little outburst there. And Zera's there.
Yo, who cares? Bridgeman's a prime summer, friend.
Deployed from CJ, but Sugar Free is still making this fight a little bit painful.
Take the bot and run. Take the bot and run. You gotta take the bot and run.
Used by Nightmare. Not exactly something they wanted to invest in this fight. 1 minute and 45 to go, and they're in an unbelievable deficit.
And Nightmare don't have all their players alive, so whoever is being able to be reinforced first, Nightmare have to be careful about their numbers here, especially with RuPaul having a nano. I thought he was gonna
notice how when you see the healer POVs, they're healing their team, making sure everyone's full health, and then they're looking to do damage. That's how you play healer, chat.
With the rally pops, someone's got the primal rage. They're probably just gonna wait for this to. Oh wow, okay. I was gonna say wait for it to wear out, but Seeker, Sugar Free, sorry, just wins the 1v1 against Zera. There's a primal rage for someone too. I'm not sure Seeker was expecting this one.
Wow, what a great juggle by someone.
Yeah,
wow.
You're not killing someone. Here's Admiral, a little bit late to the party. Didn't get the invitation on time. Stick onto someone, 19 HP, and again taken out, but it's okay, because we killed Infected too. And with 45 seconds to go, you're making 0 progress on the bot right now.
good style. I like
30
the primal
seconds,
use
chat.
from
Ooh,
someone.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do
Just
this.
going for a 1v1 there against the Ashe. It's not even an ego play. It's rather you're forcing stackers out of Nightmare so they can't.
This is
get
a
on the
good
right
yo.
foot,
If we go to a fucking
they
match,
had
a
lot
match
of work to
7,
do, 22 seconds,
a match
and they
7
got
chat,
double their
that's gonna be
score,
so
and
awesome.
Seeker can't even get up into the window without getting someone in his face.
That's the
Zera's
closest
having
I've
a
ever
tough
seen
time
an
getting these
actual like a
one
grand
clips,
finals
and
actually be
that's a lot
in
to
Overwatch.
ask.
Usually they're
Zero.
like
I mean,
rolls.
this flank is
Oh, he
disrespectful.
ate it!
A disrespectful captive son as well, knowing you had spear spin up, but it was worth the attempt.
I love Infected. This guy's just goated, bro.
Mind you, worth keeping that in mind. But Seeker's already down with the nano boosts and high ground control for someone. Terror Surge may have found merit, but I think this might just be over. 2 players on the point for Nightmare right now, but someone is alive and well. He's got the backup required to survive. You think he ends up falling.
Oh no, dude! How did they lose that? How did they lose that?
Even the pylon as well. Absolutely no chance for the Tracer, no matter how good you are. Overtime ticks through.
Chat, we're at a match 7, bro. We are at a match 7.
Number 7.
Who do you guys think is going to win? This is the last round, and we are on cost. There's no ties. There's no draws. There's either a win or a loss.
Well, we'll see if it's back to back to back to back. So
Let's see it.
Nightmare and Toronto
Hikari presented 21 months.
3 in this series. A final map here. We're gonna end it on Lijiang Tower. Ilios, you know, they'd love to go there again. Trust me. They want to play dive. They want to go fast. And like Caleb said, Toronto Defiant don't want to play rush. They want to play dive. And they're going to play an aggressive style at that with the Alari coming out from Vega.
Okay, chat. We gotta watch this, bro. Come on. Last round, last round.
Usually being the #1 seed, and they've won it almost every single time except once they lost to TSM, and they're just a weird team to play against sometimes. Very unconventional. You have Zera on the Pharah. Merit, though, that Ashe hits very hard, so Zera's got to be careful.
Oh, see
goodbye,
ya.
RuPaul.
That's going to be good for a first cap. Vega went down too early. Seeker, couple of nice shots. This Alari is very, well, can be deadly, right? If you set up with the Alari, the poke is a little insane, and crossing that gap with the Alari, shooting at you, the Ashe shooting at you could be tough, but actually getting into a position where you can do that is exceptionally hard now. Looks like a white room rotation here for Toronto. Well, they're actually going to split with someone on the bridge. Vega being more of a solo operator.
Not a lot of teams like to run the Winston here. If there's going to be any dive, it's usually a Hammond that has a lot more health and kind of want to displace the other team. Someone's going to have a really tough time brawling. He's going to be accessible, but
Boost coming in, but here comes the orbital ray from CJ on the point too. So even if someone wanted to stick around, he probably shouldn't. Damage amplification.
Interesting how these pro teams don't play Kiri, because there's other characters that are a little better as of right now.
Not letting anybody in without any ID. Here comes the Bob.
Just the nano engage not working out, but Bob makes his way through.
Come on, Nightmare. I want Nightmare to win. Come on, Nightmare.
It looks like Nightmare do end up walking.
Come on, Nightmare.
White room. High Noon is going to force someone away.
Come on, Nightmare.
Comes through. Captive Sun coming in. Oh, what a shot onto Sugar Free. Infected takes down Merit, but Vega is still alive with his Primal Rage. I mean, Toronto Defiant need to win this fight. It's 75% as Vega used the outburst to take care of Seeker.
Seeing a Winston fist a horse is just so weird. Wait, okay, Primal a horse is just so weird.
But it took 80+% to get this
Vega
going.
dies. Seeker just props himself up, double jumps, glides through the window, and just gats down.
I fixed myself, bro. I fixed myself.
Toronto Defiant now having to face up against this.
Oh wait, 2 people! Oh, what a boop! What a boop! And that was Nano too!
Nightmare have just won the round. Zera single-handedly stopping Toronto Defiant.
Zera, oh my god! That was a roll, bro. That was a roll.
Just someone could not hold any space with the
Oh my god, bro. I'm hashtag bricked up right now, chat. That was a good boop.
You can't push White Room with the Winston. And then Zera hits a concussive blast to knock one of the supports off. And as soon as Toronto got any footing on a decent enough dive to be in the open area.
What a play. That is a type of play that you would do with your friends, and when you do it and you win a round, you're so hyped, you're screaming, you're like, ah!
He's not worried. He knows he could bully Winston out of a bubble. This comp gap only worked in Toronto's favor when you had a large enough map. That was just not the right comp, but now they're going to the Orisa mirror on Control Center. It's going to be a lot better.
Mirror comps. Not what Toronto really want to play. They want to play that dive. They know they're strong. They know they're better than Nightmare on it. The Nightmare in this mirror, it's just looked clean. And Sarah, we kind of spoke to death about Seeker. We do most often. But Lemon, you as well have been just singing the praises of Sarah this entire time. Every single time we see Nightmare on the screen. Very forward position, confident position from Nightmare, taking the server control.
No kills though. This is not comfortable for Nightmare. They may cap a Toronto, or they're the contest.
Arrow on a nice little off angle. Hard to hit people when they're going through that little speed ring, but spots a low health brick. Oh, what a spear! And a headshot too from Seeker. That's first fight done.
Wow. What a spear. Infected popping off.
Damn.
And now they can hold close. And that was after orbital rays are exchanged. So Deadeyes could help Toronto walk in. Nightmare have always been good with spacing. They're okay with letting Toronto walk in. These DPS really got to stand out. This is game 7. And Toronto already on a back foot at a round disadvantage.
Rallies for both sides. RuPaul 3% away. Nightmare slowly just baiting Toronto in.
Oh, who's the better cowboy?
As well. Here comes the push. Deflect comes in. Nice
oh, Merits!
From RuPaul.
That's crazy how you saw the when this guy high noon. It's crazy that you saw the Orisa go into his face, spin, the Brig walk into his face with a shield, back away, and then the Genji came and deflected, bro, to try to burn all that time. That's crazy.
Big risk for Nightmare to. You have two choices during a Deadeye: you hide or you fight, and they decided to fight through it.
I thought this was Jay3 playing. If this was me playing, we would have run already.
Goose to pull Toronto through that fight. And now you got Dragon Blades. Is Toronto gonna respect that space?
It would have been a 4-0. It would have been. It wouldn't have been fun for you guys to watch. I would have just rolled them.
The don't want to just front faces. They want to try and surprise the backline. Ignore this Orisa if they can.
No Terror Surge for Toronto Defiant here, so they're gonna start off the fight with an orbital ray. A blade's gonna get popped as well. That's a big flashbang. Stops everybody from moving. A reset from Sugar Free does find two. Looks like Nightmare also throwing in their Terror Surge, thinking they can grasp hold of this fight. Sugar Free down for Toronto, but they're still marching on. A split up backline for Nightmare as we see CJ chase off onto a different angle.
Nightmare feeling the pressure, not wanting to respond with their own orbital ray. Zero pops the blade, gets nothing.
Bro, this is. I hope Toronto Defiant wins this round. If Toronto Defiant wins this round, we go to like literally the last map of a best of 7 series.
Spin absorbs that high noon, and here comes the push. Nightmare in the orbital ray. Too much damage. And that will have to suffice for Toronto to fight. 62%.
Nice shot. Ew.
Smart for them to just hide away from the Deadeye. Javelin spin, orbital ray, run it down, bulldoze Toronto Defiant. Terror Surge, though, available for Toronto. While a Seeker Deadeye. Toronto have the same decision. Do you want to fight? Can you get your Orisa close enough for a Terror Surge? Punishing these Cassidys is everything.
High noon for Seeker too, so if they do want to back up, they can. As long as he doesn't get dragged into the Terror Surge, he's all good. Toronto Defiant stepping up. They've got the orbital ray, but can they get the point for free? Doesn't look like it as the Terror Surge ends up coming in.
Oh, nice spear.
Seeker cancels the ultimate, but Zera's already down. Seeker does take an off angle, but the
oh, you gotta hit these shots, bro. Gotta hit these shots.
Nightmare with 85. And
yo, if Toronto wins this.
87. As Toronto Defiant now push up to the doors. They've got ults. But can they live up to Nightmare's double support ult coming up soon?
Toronto are so good at
Let's go Canada. No, now I wanted Toronto to win this round. Now I'm cheering for Nightmare. Come on, Nightmare. What the fuck is a kilometer? Nah, show them the power of fucking freedom. Go!
and pushing people back, making it last fight.
Come on.
You cannot go down to this, and you cannot overstep if you're Merit. Spear goes a little bit wide. And they're
Come
gonna
on,
push.
Nightmare.
There's the Terror Surge. The bash is good. Merit ends up going pretty low. But the overhead
Show
is
him the
decent
freedom.
for the Cassidy. Sugar-free pops the blade, gets bashed.
Oh,
Someone
no,
has to
no.
dodge in for Nightmare, and they're gonna be doing it. They are
There's no
slowly getting
freedom.
point, but eventually, your
Nice, get the cap, get the
teammates
cap,
are
get the
just
cap.
gonna
That's
fall.
good, that's good.
Zero's
He got the
blade
cap.
solo on the last point here, but Toronto Defiant.
Oh
they got
no,
a
oh no,
three-man
this is
squad
bad,
that
this is
rock
bad.
out.
No,
blades
bro.
for the Genji.
They're
There's a
stepping
finish
on the
for
American
Toronto
flag.
Defiance.
Win!
Second jumps
Don't let them
2%.
disrespect the flag
It's
like
not
that.
gonna be enough to push in. As a 5v3 now, as a TP bomb for the Sim doesn't end up working out. And Toronto Defiant now just have to get
Oh my
away
god,
from
he's
this
coming back with the blade. He's coming back with the blade. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it.
There's no backup left.
Cut them!
Nightmare.
Cut them!
They're
Oh,
gonna
bro,
get taken
use
to
the
a
blade
third
and cut them!
round.
Watch the
Going the
maple syrup
distance.
come out of their blood! Come on!
Round 3, Game 7 for the returning champs or for a new crown for Nightmare. And it's Sugar-Free stepping up big.
Nah, it's
Gets
fine.
the
Yo,
rally
this is
bring in
it.
his face. Sugar-Free lives on.
This is it.
Critical kills for Toronto Defiant.
This is
Getting
it,
back
chat.
and being okay
This
with
isn't
ignoring
about
the
Nightmare
point.
against
Keep the
Toronto
fight
anymore. This is
focused.
about
All
USA
comes down to
against
Night Market.
Canada.
And who is it going to be? Merit Seeker on the Widow, or are they going to stick to something safe like the Cassidy? Merit's been just so well protected by
Come
Toronto
on,
Defiant.
come on, Nightmare.
And now you got the Genji match.
Come on, Nightmare. I need you guys to win.
Backline. Yep, Widow from Seeker.
Uh-oh,
Merit
Nightmare
with the
came out
Ash.
on the Widow.
Seeker's gone.
Let's see, it's Seeker. Seeker, hit it, Seeker. Hit it.
Insane on
Hit
this
it.
Widowmaker
Hit it. Come on, let me hit it.
as of late.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Holy shit!
Well, that is one way to start off the map with a heater like that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my
Goodness,
god. Seeker looking like
I
Merit
just
out
exploded
here.
in my
And that's a big
pantalones.
risk to go Widow on this map with a Sugar-Free.
Oh my god.
North America on the field, and he's gonna sit
That-
down.
you know what
Sugar-Free
that
may
shot
explode these
reminded me
corridors
of?
to Sneak up on
That
Seeker.
that
You
shot
cannot
reminded me of
let
when I
Seeker
wake up in the
go
morning
for
and I take a
free,
nice
or Toronto
breath
to pull the
in
fight
of
towards
fresh
the
air
point.
and just it reminds me that I am free and that I am
Playing with the rest of the team.
just born in freedom.
It's going to be good for their squad. They know if they don't give Seeker a
Come on.
line of sight, oh, they're just okay. They're just running him to spawn. Another good option. Maybe Seeker swaps here. No, doesn't look like it. At least not for the time. 4v5 on the point. Toronto Defiant with a man advantage now. Going to try and push into the back line. Looks like Nightmare are doing a good job of waylaying the damage for the time being, but CJ does end up going down first. Seeker now in the
Come on, man.
line of
Come
sight
on.
in a good spot, but doesn't look like Toronto Defiant are going to give him a chance to land a clutch headshot.
Seeker, go in there and kill 6!
It's taken a fair bit of time, to be fair. All
Wait,
right.
he just puffed
Seeker
walls
with
and
a
died
slice there.
instantly.
Honestly, probably a bit of a mistake because you do get the
What is
15% or so
USA
ult charge when you do swap,
doing?
but it might not be that consequential. There it is.
He's
There
probably
it is. The
swatching,
Cassidy's
yeah.
gonna come through.
Guess what he switched to? He switched to Cassidy, the American hero.
Even Merit swapped
Hey.
for that too. A hinder
That's what I'm
grenade
talking about.
could be
What kind
another
of skin is he
option
wearing?
to shut down
It looks like he's
Genji.
wearing the American skin. Oh no, he's wearing Nixel, I think.
Towards the point, Nightmare going through the corridors, trying to go unnoticed. Now you got the orbital
Wait, what the hell
raise.
is that?
Vega up first by 10%. Toronto are okay wasting time. They have the point, and they're encroaching on that lead soon.
Come on.
Noon around the side. Spear spin, rallies, terror surges brought
Oh,
in.
that's big. That was a big high noon.
He's going to charge forward with reckless abandon.
Oh!
But he's gonna get
They're
taken.
bringing it back!
Pops the blade
They're
in
bringing
amongst
it
the
back,
way.
bro!
And Toronto Defiant.
Toronto literally just used 3 ults there, or 4 ults, and they lost the fight! I mean, then again, Nightmare did the same thing, but listen, that just means Nightmare is better!
Jesus, Nightmare with the later ults, the Terra Surge, Zero Blade, and the heat of the moment. But the added rally, like you said, the extra health, the survivability Nightmare needed to pull through.
Nightmare has 2
60+%
Canadians and
the
Toronto
longer
has
this
none.
goes, Nightmare
Listen,
may
you're
just be
ruining the
close to
immersion,
last
bro.
Someone's
You're no
gonna
fun.
finally, they do.
You're
Oh,
probably no
mistake.
fun at parties.
Those are best left unavoided.
Come on.
A good corner check there from Toronto Defiant to kill the Cassidy straight up, but they've easily made it even. As Infected takes down Merits. RuPaul swinging away at the front line with the rally. A couple of stuns here and there. The pack's thrown out too. The sustain is good and the counter bash.
Come on, Nightmare. Nightmare's, no, they're not. It's fine, it's fine. They still have point and they're getting it. They're stalling it, chat.
They're gonna clean up. Nightmare in one fight scenario as they get 89%.
Okay, this is last fight, chat. This is last fight. Whoever wins, wins. Last fight.
In the driver's seat, and able to make it back after a huge ult fight previously favored Nightmare. But an earlier orbital ray from CJ, maybe expecting an exchange from Vega, Terra Surge earlier from someone, as Nightmare can't afford to waste any time, but Toronto are holding it down, bunkering down on the point. This is the final fight for Lijiang Tower.
Orbital ray in a rally advantage here for Admiral. Looks like Toronto want to go first.
Seeker. Okay, it's even. No, they're down one. Oh!
Nightmare are gonna fall as Toronto Defiance.
No!
Throne against Nightmare.
No!
Series going all the way to 3 rounds as they manage to do it. Toronto Defiance win it all. Stage after stage.
No.
They will not be deposed.
That was insane, but no.
And just like their previous matchup,
That is insane. That was probably the most entertaining. No, that not probably, chat. Out of all my co-streaming, that was the most entertaining match I have ever seen. That's what I like to hear. When you win a game that close, everyone starts screaming like that. That's what I like. That makes you jump out of your chair and start fucking hugging people, bro.
Jesus, Nightmare with the later ults, the Terra Surge, Zero Blade, and the heat of the moment. But the added rally, like you said, the extra health, the survivability.
Okay, he's hiding in the corner. He's hiding in the corner. You see him right here.
This goes, Nightmare may just be close to
oh.
their last fight.
Oh, no, dude. Right here, he's hiding in the corner. I think the Genji goes over. The Genji goes over. And I think he calls him out because he starts getting hit. Oh, dude. That puts your team in a 4v5 situation. Okay, we fast forward. What happened to the last fight?
Orbital ray in a rally advantage here for Admiral.
He high noons. Oh, wait, no, Seeker. No, the Genji. He has his nuts in your face like LeBron dunking on someone, and you pulled it. Seeker.
Coming out. What a deflect from Sugar-Free.
Oh no, bro. Chats.
Seeker's already down. The blade has been popped. Through ball falls and Sugar-Free just carving them asunder.
Oh, and Sugar-Free, bro. Sugar-Free literally just carried. Sugar-Free literally just carried that fight. Deflect. Oh my god, Sugar-Free. Oh my god.
Series going all the way to 3 rounds as they manage.
That is crazy, dude. That is just crazy. Okay, friends, YouTube thinks you might like this next video, so let me know if they're right.